Hi, Disney fans. I want to share and talk about Disney then versus now in today's society. I'm going to start off what was back then for Disney in the past in the 60s and 70s. The Disney studios only put G rated movies, more family friendly. Then later in the 80s, Disney was thinking, hey, let's make it more for older kids, teenagers, and adults alike. The first PG rating Disney put was The Black Cauldron. Yes, it was a flop back then. It's a cult classic. Disney first introduced Touchstone Pictures. I think back in the olden days, Disney had a lot of original ideas for movies, but now in today's society, yes, Disney movies are still fun to watch. They don't really focus on original ideas these days. They're more like sequels and remakes, making animated films into live action. I have no problem with that. My message for Disney, if you want to continue making more live action movies, hey, that's fine. It's your decision. You should figure out what would work as live action and what would not work at all, and just kind of be smart about that. For example, back in 2019, Disney made live action Lion King movie. It's okay. The original animated version, a lot better than that one. And I also want to share, like, for the movie Strange World, came out 2 years ago, back in 2022. It was a flop. Disney didn't understand who's it target audience for. Is this going to be made for older kids or teenagers to like? Disney, again, if you want to make a new Disney movie, figure out, is this going to be more for younger kids or more for adults and kids to watch together? Who agrees or disagree what Disney needs to focus on? And I'm glad Disney is coming up with ideas to make movies based on their attractions. Okay, that's not a problem at all. Just figure out what should be about and yet find the right cast to do that. Now, I'm going to talk about what was Disney then. in the olden days, their movies didn't cost that much to make. Disney in 1979 was thinking, hey, we didn't know what billion-dollar movie club was. Let's say if the movie costs like $5 million and it made like 25 million, it was a hit. And yes, there were a couple of Disney flops back then. When Disneyland first opened 69 years ago, the tickets were a lot cheaper back then. But wait a minute, in 2025, Disney will be 70 years old. Who's excited for the 70th anniversary of Disneyland? And now I'm going to talk about what Disney should fix now. I've been to Tomorrowland, that area. It's not a bad area at all. It needs to be upgrade. The Space Mountain looks from the 70s. They should make it a lot bigger. But again, I'm not in charge of Disney Corporation at all. I hope Disney comes up with original ideas for the future that has not exist yet. And I hope Pixar movies are not turned into live action. They should just stay as animation because they're good quality CGI. Shout out for Disney fans. Disney is brilliant. And I also heard they're making Avengers e-ticket attraction. We'll have to wait till that comes out. And Disney, make sure to take your time and don't rush with the CGI. If you rush it too much, then it would be very weak and poorly. We don't want that to happen at all. That's all I want to share. Bye, everyone.